I've got a quote from the Prime Minister here. May I read out a quote from the Prime Minister?
You may.
Our esteemed. So this is what David Cameron said a couple of weeks ago. The Poppy Appeal is a poignant way for us to remember the courage and sacrifice of our armed forces and support those still serving today. It's great to see the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association, AMIA, joining thousands of people across the country to help our brave servicemen and women, veterans and their loved ones. I hope this year's appeal will continue the proud tradition of our whole nation coming together to support our troops. So that's what David Cameron said a couple of weeks ago, and I've also got a quote here, which I'm not going to read, from the Deputy Prime Minister, also acknowledging the wonderful work being done by the same group of Muslim young people, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association, who've been working very hard to express their loyalty towards the country in selling poppies. And I'm very pleased to say that we can speak to Kamal Aftab from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Youth Association about this. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joe.
How are you doing, Kamal?
Yes. I'm good. How are you?
Yes, good. Thanks very much. So I understand that you've been doing this for a number of years already, haven't you? It's not a new thing for you.
No, I mean, just to give you a little bit of background, this is the 5th year running that we've actually been helping the Royal British Legion, and we see this as a mark of good citizenship and a testament to the Islamic edicts of demonstrating loyalty to one's country, which is an integral part of our faith. Now, since October, we've had more than 700 of our volunteers who have been collecting all over the UK, from as far as up North Scotland, all the way down to London, Wales, and they've been carrying out in most towns and cities, helping out at street collections, supermarkets, tube stations, football stadiums, which we've also had the privilege to watch a couple of games. And last weekend, we were collecting also at the largest mosque in the Western Europe, in Morden. So, I mean, it's all about, remembering those who fought for our freedom today. Okay,
and you said there was an Islamic edict to demonstrate loyalty. So is that something that your leader has pronounced, or is that in the Quran, or maybe both?
I mean, the Quran clearly says that loyalty to one country is part of your faith, and the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, told us about this, and we are united behind one leader. So our Caliph, His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, who is the worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, has reminded us and has said that Muslims are obliged to be loyal to the country in which they live. We should honor those who fought to defend and safeguard our country, as it is an important principle of Islam, and it is, in fact, a principle of peace, especially when carried out with a sincere heart for the sake of winning God's pleasure. So this is, something that we try to demonstrate through our works, and, we show our loyalty to the country that we reside in.
Okay, and you've obviously struck up a very good relationship with the Royal British Legion, because they wanted to mark the 1st of November and call it the Ahmadiyya Muslim Poppy Appeal Day, which is fantastic. So they're obviously very good friends of yours.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, as far as I'm aware, we were the first, Muslim community to actually work with the Royal British Legion and to help them, and we were honoured to have the 1st November as the Ahmadiyya Poppy Appeal Day.
Yes.
So it's been, absolutely brilliant, and the relationship we've had with them has been, brilliant, and our youth really get involved in this, because Poppy Appeal is something that, everyone can relate to it, because the World War was actually involved lots of different ethnicity, and there was a lot of our ancestors who actually made this sacrifice to protect our freedom. So we need to be proud of our ancestors, who fought from the sub-Asian continent and the Middle East, to give us this freedom today. So everyone can relate to it in one way or another.
Okay, and presumably you've had people collecting in Bradford, have you?
Yes, there was about just over 15 to 20 of our youth that were collecting in Foster Square last weekend. Yeah. And despite the cold weather, people were encouraged a lot, and they were saying to us, what a great job you're doing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we always like to take our youth from a very young age. So we had lots of our youngsters who were attending with us, and this is one of the things you don't really see in poppy peel collection. You don't see many youngsters collecting. So in one way, the response we were getting from the public was very overwhelming, and naturally our younger ones were getting most of the attention.
That's always the way, isn't it? Has it been easy to recruit people to go and, as you say, stand in the cold and the wet?
Well, one of the principles for us in Islam tells us, we have to discharge our duty to God, and if to win that, you have to serve mankind. Mm-hmm. So for us, the sacrifice is there purely to receive the pleasure in God's eyes there. So most of our youth, we have about 7,000 members across the UK, and a lot of these youth are always giving their time up freely just to come and help us out. Some obviously are working, so we have to sort of accommodate it, but the response has always been brilliant from our youth. When we ask them to give us help, they always do it, because we have a pledge, and it always talks about sacrificing your life, your wealth, and your time. So this is something that our youth are used to, giving up their time and coming out to help for a good cause.
Okay. Kamal, if there's people listening who don't know about your youth association, how can people get in touch with you and find out more?
Yeah, so what they can do is we have a website, and it's called www.muslims4, that's F-O-R, humanity.org.uk. So it's all one word, www.muslims4humanity.org.uk. And there's a lot of initiatives that, Poppy Appeal is just one initiative that we're doing. Over the next few months, you'll be seeing us getting involved in tree planting. The blood drives are continuing, and we'll be helping lots of other charities in across the UK, the national charities, local charities. Okay. So anyone who wants to get involved with us, they can contact us through our website, and we'll be more than happy to have them on board and help us out.
Okay, Kamal, it's been really good to talk to you, and all the best with your future endeavours.